Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. I just wanna be happy.
Hello everyone, good start. First I didn't put the chat link in and now I now I was on mute. I think you can hear me now. Better? I think it should be unmuted now. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. Good to see so many of you already in and waiting. But yeah, let's get into it. If you guys don't follow me already, make sure to go and do so. Closing in on that 16,000 follower mark, so really appreciate that and all the support. But more importantly, we've almost hit 1,250 subscribers on YouTube. We are, I think, 3 away. So if you are new, please do hit that subscribe button. While we're here, drop a like on the video just before we get started. Drop a like down below so that this stream gets shared out more. So just before we get started, drop a like and subscribe if you are new. If you are new, there will be a on-stream subscriber notification. Oh, God, I'm off to a great start, a bit like that. If you do. Evening, let's say hello to a few of you guys. How are you doing? So we've got Chris in, we've got Mark, Apex, Nuclear, Pratek, Daniel, Garabed, we've got Krishna, we've got Slivo in, Sam is in, FPL Nerd, we've got Kabir in, Cowstab, Chris, how are we doing? Saud is in the chat as well, FPL Maestro, Good to see so many of you guys in the chat. We've got Jesmar in as well. Good evening, everyone. Adam, how are you all you guys doing? So, as you will see, I scored 60 in game week 10. Um, very happy with my score. I did take a -4 um, to bring in Kevin De Bruyne and to bring in Vardy to sell Kane and Rashford. So, if you guys have watched my preview, my game week 11 preview video, um, my game week 11 preview video, it is up on the channel, and I basically got a green arrow, 60 points with a -4. um Thanks a lot, Kabir. I really appreciate that. I tried to, basically show you all how I make my decisions as well. I'll try to answer your questions. But yeah, so got a small green arrow, well, a green arrow 90k up to 70k, which when you're at that sort of rank to get a 20k, that's over 20% rank gain, which is really big. So that's the same as going, from 1 million to, 750k. So it's a sizable rank gain. It wasn't what I was expecting, especially taking a -4. But the transfers that I took of selling Kane and selling Rashford to bring in Vardy and bring in De Bruyne paid out overall for me. So yeah, and it paid out virtually equal as if I had Captain Bruno as well. So transfers that I'm happy with as it's come, and it means I've now got De Bruyne for that Fulham game. So De Bruyne would have come in for me anyway this week. So yeah, it's actually 56 with a -4. But yeah, that was my game week. A lot to talk about in terms of my team for next week. As Apex has just said in the chat, what do we do with our Aston Villa assets? Now, you guys may have seen I tried to put up a flash video on Wednesday or Tuesday evening when we got the news of no Aston Villa, what you should do. My overarching point is that if you can bench them, bench them. Um, that's my overarching decision, and that's currently where I'm sat. My current thought is I'm actually going to roll my free transfer and play with 10 men, and two of them being Klitsch, who will get onto my transfer plans, and Brewster, both currently starting. I could start Masuaku if I think he's going to start for West Ham, but he got taken off at half time as they changed formation. It didn't work particularly well. They weren't any better. And I think against a team like Manchester United, I don't expect them to go back to start their first ever matches four at the back at home to United. Um, but yeah, Klitsch playing. So if any of you guys don't know, I will be going to Chelsea Leeds. I've got in the ballot for tickets, so have to keep Klitsch in to see him play in real life. But yeah. So that's the team currently. If we look at some transfer plans and what I plan on doing, are they? I haven't. You know what? I've been so manic and busy this week with work and just generally, I haven't had time. So we'll have a look at the Europa League scores. Let me get up on screen here for you all. Tottenham losing. Who was it? Who was in the starting lineup? Son started, Bale and Ndombele, Mora. Was Kane on the bench? No, Kane's not on the bench. But I don't expect Kane to not be fit. Anyone of you guys who owns him, I expect him. Do I think I'll be fine without Liverpool assets? So game week 11, yes. Well, I've got Robertson. Not quite the Salahs and the Jotas, is it? But game week 12 away at Fulham, do I think I'm fine with just Robertson? No, I don't. But then it's how I go about getting any of them in. So my initial thought was next week just to do Calvert-Lewin to Patrick Bamford, and we can get onto this transfer, and I think it's a good one to be thinking about making and then bring Jota in. Now, that would be my two free transfers next week. Bamford in, Jota in, Klitsch out, Calvert-Lewin out. Great. On paper, on paper, those are, yeah, well, I saw with Leicester that Soyuncu has gone off. He's injured again. So we'll have to see what happens there. Not good, but good for Justin owners. Um, so that would be Jota and Bamford in for Calvert-Lewin and Klitsch, two transfers I really like. On paper, I really like them. Now, the reason that I'm not set on doing that, on paper, the two coming in are better than the two leaving with their fixtures. But my worry about doing that is captaincy options. Now, if we have a look at down below, captaincy this week, it's not a Liverpool player. You know, it's your City player. Game week 12, it's potentially a Spurs player. It's potentially a Leicester player, but it is that Liverpool fixture that stands out that as being a captaincy option, and you need an attacker from that game, even if it is just Jota. But a captaincy, I'm not going to put the armband on Jota. I don't fancy captaining Jota. I don't trust him nearly enough that he's going to start. Um, Game week 13, Liverpool home to Spurs. You're not going to captain him in Spurs. It's probably going to be a Man U player or it's going to be a Man City player. Fine. Game week 14, Liverpool away at Palace. After a midweek game where they play on the Wednesday, Saturday early, maybe not. You may look at Bruno at home to Leeds, a good captaincy option there. You may go Man City away at Southampton. You may go Liverpool. He's a captain option there, Salah, but he's not one that if you don't have him, it's essential, like I feel like it is in game week 12. And then it's game week 15 is the other one. Game week 15, we've got Liverpool at home to West Brom. Now you could go De Bruyne at home to Newcastle. Is the other one that stands out. And then game week 16, you could go Liverpool away to Newcastle, but it's likely to be that Spurs fixture at home to Fulham. So it's game week 15 and it's game week 12 that I feel like Salah in is worth it. Sorry, game week 12 and game week 15, I'm worried not having Salah and not being able to captain him. Now, my transfer would give me Jota, but I don't think that's enough. But now, if we look at my team, right, who do I ditch to get Salah in? It's people are telling me on Twitter it's Son and Vardy out. I don't think it is because game week 12, yes, he's a great captaincy option, but Spurs away to Palace is a great fixture for Son, especially with his away form. And Vardy at home to Brighton, again, is a good fixture. It would have to be Son and so if I restore Calvert-Lewin, but Jota and Vardy out for Salah. So it would be then Salah in and Bamford in, right? And I have exact cash to do Vardy and Son to Salah and Bamford. I have exact cash to do that. Now, I don't know if we have a look at the price changes. What do you guys think of that? Salah, Vardy and Son to Bamford and Salah. Castagna for game week 12. You got to wait to see if he's fit. Krishna, got to wait to see if he's back fit. If he is, he's a good option. I don't think their fixtures are that great after the next few, so I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, but this would be literally by it would be on Saturday basically. Bamford isn't going to drop in time. Son isn't going to drop in time. Salah's unlikely to rise. He might rise Saturday, but he's unlikely to rise tonight or tomorrow. And then who's the other one coming in? Who's the other one leaving? Vardy. Right. I think unless Salah was going to rise on. I think. Oh, and that's also doing, and that's also doing Klitsch to Jota. Also leaves me. Hang on. I feel like I've done so many transfers here. That would also give me money to do Klitsch to Jota as well. Leaves me zero in the bank. I'm sure I looked at doing this yesterday and I didn't have enough money, but yeah. So effectively, let me. That would leave me 0 point in the bank. It's potential. Vardy, Son, Klitsch out, Salah, Bamford, Jota in. But that would be my transfer plans. Will Basuma be a good option for this game week? To be honest, if you've got Basuma to play over Grealish, it's worth it over taking a hit because he's probably going to score 2 points, and then chance of an attack and return is there. I just don't think it's worth taking -4s to be selling these players. I really don't. If you've got a 2-3 pointer that can come in off your bench, I would just play them. I really would. The goalkeeper is an interesting one because most of us don't have a second playing goalkeeper. Now, if I sell Martinez to McCarthy, for example, now McCarthy needs to score 4 points for that to be effectively worth it. Is he going to score four? Probably. I just don't see it with any of those cheap keepers this week. Who are you backing? Yeah, Mendy in for Martinez is a good move, but I don't have the money in the bank to be sparing to be doing that. Where do you look for a cheap keeper? Do you think is going to get a clean sheet this week? Like that's my problem. I don't know where I look to get them in. Matt Ryan, I just don't want them long term, especially when I've got Lamptey. Do you really expect Southampton not to score? Johnston, yeah, you could see it, but if Zaha's back, and we don't know that yet, if Zaha's back, I don't back anyone to keep a clean sheet against Palace when Zaha's fit. So yeah, but West Brom, like really, how serious is Kane's injury? I think he's just trolling us. I really do. I expect him to play this weekend. I just I just don't feel comfortable selling Martinez. I still think he's the best goalkeeper for me. Yes, he has three difficult fixtures here. I understand that, but he's then going to have two double game weeks, probably by game week 21, and he's got good fixtures. So I am still firmly on keeping him and just playing with no goalkeeper this week. Is it worth having Reece James over Chilwell? No, I still back Chilwell because of his positioning on the pitch. He plays so far forward. Um, yeah, I still think it's worth it. I know there's a big gulf in funds, and if you can't get up to the price point that you need for Chilwell, then you can go Reece James, but I think it's worth getting it. Free hit an option again, it's not worth it. You will need it for the free hit. You will need for the game weeks the 18-19 double. If you go into that without a free hit, you will have to play your second wild card, or you risk losing so much rank. And if you play that second wild card in those game weeks, then game weeks 30 onwards will be really tough for you. So save that free hit. It's worth it to get a bad score this week with other people having Aston Villa players. It's worth just putting out 10 players with Basuma's playing. It is worth it. Long term, it will be worth it. Um, Pope's back fit, so we can't get the Burnley backup keeper. Do you expect them to keep a clean sheet against Everton? Probably not. Again, it's probably not going to be worth it. Good evening, Trophy. Evening, Nuclear. Thanks, guys, in and moderating tonight. We have 48 of you guys watching. We really appreciate it. If you are new, drop a subscribe and there'll be a little on-stream notification for you all. We are one subscriber away from 1,250. So if you are in the chat and you want a little on-stream notification that looks like that, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button while you are all here. There are 50 of you watching, but only 16 likes. So smash that like button. So, can we get away with 10? Yes, especially if it's a goalkeeper. You can definitely get away with 10 this week. I am getting away with 10 this week. I am lining up. I've got Forster in goal. He doesn't play. So it will be like this. If you only have 7, then it's worth making transfers, Ollie. Yeah. Drop me a note on Twitter if you're putting 7 out. Is that 7 plus the likes of Basuma and people, or is that actually 7? Yeah, rotating keepers is coming in nicely here, but yeah. How to navigate around Pep Roulette is Ruben Diaz nailed on. So he will not play one of the next 7 fixtures. Thank you, George. 1,250 subscribers. Appreciate it a lot, George. He'll not play one of the next 7 fixtures. He will not. There is that chance. But it is not. It's worth. He is the City defender that I want. He's the one that I would go for. He's playing so well. Yes, you can go Walker. Now, if you've got the money, Walker is worth it over Diaz. It is worth it. The attacking returns probably won't be there. He's got a couple, but I wouldn't be buying him expecting them. But Walker, the number one, if you can afford it. If not, you go Diaz. Those are the two. It's not Cancelo, and I've said this all along. He didn't start at the weekend. Guys should listen to me. Ziyech, keep for the Leeds fixture. For when I was going to buy him, definitely keep for this Leeds fixture. They are open defensively. He will create chances and he will start 70, 80% chance he starting. Keep Ziyech this week. Did he? Then if he got substituted off at 60 minutes, did he? Let me just check that. If he did, then I expect him to start this weekend. But either way, keep Ziyech. Probably wouldn't be buying him. And Diaz. No. Yeah, Diaz played 90. Yeah, he played the full game. I thought he did. Yeah, he didn't get taken off. Played 90. He could get benched this weekend with West Brom at home. Thoughts on Jesus? Yeah, Aguero picked up. Well, we don't know what's wrong with Aguero. I still don't fancy the Man City strikers. I'd rather Vardy than Jesus or Aguero just because Vardy's going to play every single week and he's on penalties. Whereas Jesus, you probably when they start great, but yeah, it's not worth it. Cancelo, we don't know that. Thank you, Ollie, for subscribing. Appreciate that a lot. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys. We don't know Cancelo. He played midweek, right? So what is there? And he played right back. So what is there to suggest this weekend that Cancelo goes over to left back, plays 2 matches in a row? Mendy, who is now rested and played really well last weekend, doesn't get in the team again, and he plays Cancelo twice in a game, having played 90 minutes. I'd be surprised if it wasn't Walker Mendy. Walker Mendy, Laporte, someone else. Really hurt my jaw. If it's not those 4, if it's not Walker Mendy, I'd be surprised. Ake, yeah, it could be Ake. They're all back fit. This is my worry with the City defence. Kind of feels like Edison and bust if to me. It's just too much of a rotation risk. Zinchenko, yeah, it does feel like it's going to be Mendy and Walker this week. It does. He's not said the best things about what's with Mendy. Again, he looked good. I still wouldn't be going for Mendy. I still wouldn't be going to any of those left backs. Walker nailed, yes. Walker, I feel, is nailed. Diaz Laporte is the first choice centre back partnership. Left back is a nightmare. Yeah, left back is a nightmare with everyone fit. Dylan, Diaz, welcome, and Omar. I'm not sure I've seen you guys in before. If you have, I apologize. If not, I hope you like the stream. Please drop a like and subscribe if you are new. What are you guys chatting on about? So, you've got Aston Villa triple up, and you've used your free transfer on getting Watkins in. So, who do you have on your bench that would be playing over them, Dylan? If you can play 2 pointers, I'm not taking that hit to get them out. I am not, and that's the stance that I've got. If you've got 2 3 pointers, if you've got Brewster, if you've got Basuma, if you've got a 4.5 defender, play them. It's going to be worth it, I think. Yes, you could go for a striker who then suddenly gets his goal, but I don't think it's worth it. It could be Laporte and Stones. Yeah. Antonio needs game time shot back up. Avoid for now. I think I agree. So, sorry, Cowstab, I have seen your question and I will get onto Robbo in just a minute. Actually, I'll do it now. Am I thinking of keeping Robertson? I am. I still think that I still like him. I'm being stubborn. That at the weekend, right? If they don't give away that penalty, which we can debate all night about whether it was a penalty or not, we can talk and talk about whether it should have been a penalty. If he doesn't get that, that's a 9 pointer, right? He was on for maximum bonus, Robertson. He also had an assist to Mane ruled out for a marginal offside. It was offside, it was, but it's 12 and then a 9 pointer. With these fixtures coming up, how am I selling Robertson? I'm not doing it. Robertson, Chilwell are great options for me at the back, and I'm loving having them in my team. When do I think Villa Newcastle will be played? So if you guys don't follow Ben Dinnery on Twitter, go and check him out. I I think if we don't hear news tomorrow that it's midweek next week, and I think there's about a 5-10% chance of that happening, it will be pushed back into the new year. It will be game week 20-ish, if not later. If we don't, I'd be very, very surprised if we hear after the deadline that it's going to remain in this fixture. Cavani's ban is not confirmed. No, it's not. Why am I not thinking about triple captaining Kevin De Bruyne? Chips, triple captain, bench boost, always save for the double game week. Always, always, always. De Bruyne or Salah or someone like that will have a double game week that's, you know, Burnley and even if it's Burnley and like Man City, it's still 2 fixtures. It's still worth it. You're having to play Riedewald and Kilman. Life is hard. That's unfortunate because Kilman will probably get you 1 point. James or Diaz, you can't afford Chilwell. Reece James. When's the double game week? So we have not got confirmation, but game week 18-19 is likely to be a blank and then a double. And then game week 30 onwards, we'll probably get another double with maybe a single for one or two teams in game week 25 or something. That's what tends to happen. Zaha and Martial for Brewster and KDB. I'd wait and see if Zaha's going to play because I know KDB you'd probably captain. I expect KDB to outscore Martial. I expect him to outscore Zaha. But both of them together, I'd look elsewhere. I know you've got Martial. Can you do Martial to someone else? Sorry, yes. MD Karim. Is it worth holding? They won't have triple game weeks. Very rare. Um, very rare. Is it worth holding them? I still think it is. I am. If you've got three, that's a worry. That's three outfield players. Do you have anyone to come off your bench at all? If not, then I'd look at Watkins to Bamford because I like Bamford a lot with his upcoming fixtures. Son for Mahrez could work. Could work. It's just those rotation. Mahrez has played a lot of minutes actually, and if you actually look at the numbers, chances of him playing are quite high. Mitchell, they've been poor defensively. If I don't think he will, Lewis. I don't think Mitchell's going to start, but I think he should, if that's any consolation. But I don't think he will. Yeah, all my 15 squad members play with only Basuma not a nail. Basuma's a nailed on starter, so then I'd just play them. I'd play your whole squad. Selling DC out, not this week. Next week, I potentially would. So yeah, next week I would potentially do that transfer. Let me just retweet the stream. 1 minute, guys. 7 o'clock already. Gosh, time flies. How long have we been live for? Where does it say? Half an hour. Wow. Sorry. Lamptey's not suspended anymore. Nope. Bale with a pen tonight. Nope. Bale is not an option yet until we see more minutes from him. Walker or Robertson. Still Robertson. Still back him. Would I go in with 9 starters? It depends. Is it definite 9? And I suppose, is it 9 including someone like, no, he's not suspended. He's had his ban. It was a 1 match ban. Is it 9 including someone like Brewster, or is it 9, plus a Brewster? I suppose that changes things. Who are the game changers in terms of what, Shady? I really like that question. It could be an interesting one, but just sort of elaborate what you exactly meaning by that. Yeah, 1 game suspension. You need KDB. It is painful to look. He could blank, but to look at that fixture and not have him, it's 9 plus Burke. Go for it. I'd take that. I'm 9 plus Klitsch plus Brewster. Whether I start Klitsch or Masuaku, we'll see. You've got 9 mil available for a striker. That's tough. I like Ings when he's back fit. He's back in training. He's probably not going to start this weekend. Then it's looking down to, I'd say it again, Bamford. He just gets so many chances. So wait and see on Ings news, but I think Bamford. I still think it's Bamford. I just use the money elsewhere. I don't think a lot of those 8.5 mil forwards are worth it over him. So yeah, next week the transfers that I'm considering: Klitsch, Son, Vardy, Salah, Son. Sorry, not Salah, Son. Salah, Jota, Bamford. It's possible that I do that. Possible. Everyone thinking that their player will play good against Fulham. Yeah, but Leicester were bad, right? I think it's worth noting that Leicester were poor again last weekend. They created nothing. I don't expect City to do that. I don't. City have got the creative force behind them, and they've got individuals who can tear the team apart. Now, there are a lot of that Leicester team was built only to create chances for Vardy, and it didn't work. They man-marked him out of the game. So, but City have got so many players that can put the ball in the back of the net. So, do I reckon Watkins will? No, I don't actually. I think Watkins will probably lose penalties now. Maybe that's wishful thinking as a Grealish owner, but I just don't see him keeping it. I really do not. Hi, Ollie. You've just dropped me a note on Twitter, haven't you? Mings won't take them. Kilman, Brewster, Mitchell. See, oh, you got Cancelo as well. I'll chat to you on Twitter after about that, Ollie, because you may need to do some transfers with that. Let me know in there if you've got any money in the bank or any free transfer. Anything like that. Riedewald, Kilman, and Masuaku to start. Again, that's an interesting one. Do I think Masuaku will start? I do. I think Kilman will start. I do not. And do I think Riedewald will start? I do. Slightly more attacking game for them, maybe. Yeah, it could be. I don't see anyone else. It could have been Barkley. It could have been Barkley. Second, Barkley took some for Chelsea. Not great, but he did take some. I don't know. Grealish wasn't great at them either. Didn't score loads. So, Tom, I agree it looks good, but it's just that for game week 12, I'm selling Son away at Palace, um, or Leicester at home to Brighton. Yeah, would you guys be interested in doing that hashtag rating your teams thing again? We wouldn't, I can't do them all. We don't have enough time. I'm enjoying chatting through your guys' questions, but we can do it again if you'd like. Um, so let's put it in. What game week? Use this hashtag on Twitter. Hashtag FPL Tips Game Week 11. Put a tweet out with your team. Please include any transfers you've already made, any notes, money in the bank. Include these things so I at least have something to go off. No, only ones that are in tier 2 or below. So luckily, Stamford Bridge is tier 2. Yeah, no fans for games in Manchester. City are used to that anyway. But top quality that, isn't it? But yeah, none in Manchester yet. So yeah, guys, put out your questions if you want to go and put them on there. Come back and we will answer them. But keep firing your questions in. You brought in Mahrez for Ziyech today. Kabir, you can send it to me. You can't WhatsApp me. You can send it to me on my Instagram account. Again, it's the same FPL tips underscore, and I can have a look at it for you. Who's the best 4.0? Only got 4.5. Probably Meslier. Is Bruno essential? Right. Yeah, these questions were going to come. The premiums and what to do with them. I'm finding it difficult myself. There are so many. No, 4 mil nailed defenders. No, there aren't any. 4.3 is the lowest. Lewis, but he doesn't play this week. DCL out for Jesus and captain him. No, we don't know Aguero's injured, do we? He missed it partly because of the Maradona sadly passing away. So we don't wait. If he's going to play, I still probably wouldn't do it. Well, -4. No, I don't trust Jesus enough. You're stuck with Cancelo. Not a good place to be. Sorry if that's a bit honest, but it's not really. Cool. I'll get to them in a minute if I've got time. You brought in Wilson. Could he get a double game week soon? We'll probably find if we're going to get one soon. It has to be announced tomorrow. Shady. I don't. I don't think they'll play four at the back against Man U. I don't see it happening. Now, after that, their fixtures, Leeds away, Palace at home, things like that. It's a risk having Masuaku now. I don't have a free transfer to use on him. This is the problem. And the way my defence looks, it's Chilwell, Robertson, and then I like rotating Lamptey and Masuaku. Now, Lamptey can play most of these fixtures. He can, in theory, play them. It's just game week 12, Leicester away. I'm not too fussed. When would I want Kane back? Right. Let's talk about. Let's refresh this. Let's talk about what I'm going to do with my premium assets because I have a Salah-shaped hole or a Liverpool attacker-shaped hole in my team. Now, game week 16, I want Kane back. 16, yeah, 15. They're away at Wolves. I could get him in then, but game week 16, okay, I want Kane in there, right? So this is why I don't really want to sell Vardy to get Kane, to get yeah, Ollie, I saw it. I'll get to it after. I don't want to sell Vardy downgrade in order to get Salah in, because then it doesn't really leave me a way to get Kane back. That's the worry. That is the concern. Because I can do Grealish and Vardy downgrade, because I could do, you know, Kane in and Jota in, right? Like I can do that as a simple switch, which is why me trying to get Salah in, I'm trying to not involve those two players, because I want that to be a transfer that I go and make in a few weeks' time, and it to be that easy for me to get Kane back in. I want it to be that simple, because game week 16, right? The reason that's also one that I'm looking at, game week 16, when I want him back in, is also when the Villa fixtures turn at the same time. So it makes sense. I think Mourinho's trolling. It makes sense to ditch ditch Grealish in order to fund the Vardy up move. It makes sense. To afford the Vardy to Kane move. That makes sense to me. So then how do I get Son up to Salah effectively? Now, Calvert-Lewin down to Bamford leaves me still 1.4 million short. Now, I can't sell Klitsch to get that. And the only other obvious place to get it would be to sell Robertson or to sell Chilwell. But I don't really want to sell Chilwell, and I don't really want to sell Robertson. So then I'm looking at, okay, then I look at the fixture rotator. Sorry if I'm going off in a massive tangent here, guys. I will get to questions in a minute. But just so you guys can see my thinking on what I'm doing, I then go on the rotation planner, right? And I go Man U, Man City, Liverpool, Spurs, right? And I 1 to 4 because I want to captain one of them for best attacking fixtures. Spurs is the one that I won't captain, and the other one is United, right? I could, I could do Fernandez and Calvert-Lewin to Mo Salah and Patrick Bamford. I could. Captaincy is king, right? And if you guys watched my tips to get in the top 100k video, captaincy is king. If you get a captaincy return if you can have the best captaincy option in every game week, chances are you're going to get a goal and an assist on average, right? I'll get to Klitsch in a minute. Leave Klitsch. What was I just talking about? Yeah, so if I'm not captaincy is king. If you get a goal and assist from your captain, right? That means that if you didn't have that player and didn't captaincy him, the player that you sold, so selling Bruno and not captaining him, would have to get 2 goals and 2 assists to match the points that you'd be getting. Yes, your other captain could score something, but it's really key to me this season, and the way my season's gone is having that captaincy option in my team. Yeah, a bit surprised, but where are they in the table? There are 50 of you guys watching. Really appreciate it. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. There'll be a little on-stream notification for you. Son finding his scoring boots. Where are they in the table? Who's their last match against? Is it against Ludogorets? Because then they'll probably rest that game, won't they? Matches. How do you see fixtures? Oh, it's against the other team. Fair, but I still expect him to get a rest soon. You're thinking about doing Martinez to Mendy and Balbuena to Webster. You have two free transfers. Feel a bit luxury to me. I'm not sure about Balbuena. Is Balbuena playing? If Balbuena's playing, then I don't think it's worth it. Or do you need the money? Is he playing? I wouldn't be selling Balbuena. I think that one's unnecessary. Martinez to Mendy, I can see why you'd do it. When's the best time to triple captain? Would this game week be a viable triple captain? So this week is viable. Um, this week is viable, but it's just not. There will if you're playing the long game, and I understand that people play FPL and Christmas time comes and people get bored of it and they don't check their team second half of the season. But if you're playing the long game, like most of us are in here, like I do, of course, I spent half my life playing this game. It's not worth it. You will get a double game week that'll be worth it. So, Mark, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Don't understand the urge to play chips early. I really don't. But anyway, Taylor versus Everton or Cresswell? Cresswell. Simple. Who's Son? Son. Son's not going to be. Yeah. Um. Any plans bringing in? Sorry. Sorry. I do have Bruno in my team. Um. Yeah. Sorry. What time is it? God, how long have I been live? Um. I have Bruno in my team, but I'm thinking, how do I get Salah in my team? How do I get Salah in my team? That's and Bruno's not someone I want to captain. If I look at the fixture rotator again, right? Man United stand out as being able to captain them once in the next 7 game weeks. Um, Whereas Liverpool, these two stand out. You can't have everyone. This is the problem. I've got Son and Vardy. I could downgrade one of them to get to it. We've spoken a little bit about it. So let's get to a few of these quick Twitter questions. All right, let me get the hashtag up. What was it? Hashtag tips. Tips game week 11. Did you guys use the right hashtag? Did I use the right hashtag? Oh, FPL tips. Got it. Got it. If you guys want to send in your, oh, it's not even up on screen. If you guys want to send in your teams for us to have a look at, send them in here. So FPL tips game week 11 is what you need to use. We've got Slivo sent it in. No transfers. Use 4-point hit. Well, you got to fingers crossed that Kane will be fine. Yeah, your team looks really good. Sorry, Mark. I spoke briefly about Robbo. Just to finish this team, your team looks really good. Um, Zaha, you got to hope he plays. If not, Brewster will come in, but that's fine with the number of players that a lot of people put out this week. Robertson, like, I don't have an urge to sell him. He scored 12 in that, and then he should have had 9 if it wasn't for that penalty. And look at his fixtures. I understand why people want Salah's and everyone over him, but he will tick along nicely, I expect. I might eat my words, but I've sent you mine on Insta. All right. Dougie, your bank is dry. Okay, you're in a similar situation to me. If Mitchell doesn't play, Dallas will play. You've got a nice team. Not. I'll refresh it. I'll refresh it. Sorry, what do you want about Garabed? I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But yeah, team looks nice. I don't think it's worth a -4. Dallas can come in. He can get attacking returns. It was in my differential article this week. So yeah, if you guys want it answered, if you send it to me in DMs, I'll get to it after. If not, if you use the hashtag, I'll get it to it now. But if it's in DMs, I'll get to it after the stream. Team Martina screenshots are much easier. Martinez, Ailing, Chilwell, Robson, Diaz, Ziyech, Kedu, Fernandes, DCL, Bamford. Rest of the team: Forster, Dunn, Burke, Grealish, and Watkins. Just hope that Burke plays. Plan was to do Ziyech to Salah this week initially, but only 9 players now looking like. Oh, because you got Martinez in goal. I don't think Ziyech to Salah is worth it. Hashtag is this one here, FPL tips game week 10. Let me put it in the chat again for you guys. I'd be tempted to do. Gotta hope Burke plays. I'd be tempted to do Watkins to back. You've got Bamford. That doesn't help. You've got so much money in the bank because you want to do Ziyech upgrade. Fair enough. Dunn. If you do Dunn to a 4.5 defender, can you then do Ziyech to Salah the following week? Because that's the way I'd look at it. Sky, you have 1 free transfer. You could have. You're going to roll that, aren't you? Got Cancelo. I'd potentially look at 0.1 in the bank. You can't do Cancelo. I don't expect Cancelo to start, but I'm not fussed on Diaz starting this week either. Keshav, drop it with this hashtag on Twitter. If not, I can have a look after the stream. There's only one place for predicted team news, and that's on my Twitter page on a Friday evening. So I don't know who this sporting bet is. I'm just kidding. I probably would do Cancelo to Diaz this week with that team. I mean, doesn't play, you can get someone off your bench. Blues has written, looking possible transfers out, Kane to Bamford and Burke to Mahrez. Yeah, you've got enough to cover on the defence. That would be nice. Cancelo is a bit of a worry. Lamptey can come in. I'd probably start Lamptey over Cancelo just because I don't expect him to play, but those transfers look nice. Cool. We've got them rolling in now, guys. I won't be able to get to them all unless we do them rapid fire. So, as it, fight in the bank, free transfers, who to move to get Salah? You got 5 million in the bank. Can you not just do Ziyech up to Salah? Easy move that. And Cancelo to Diaz next week, both of them. Ollie, only 7 players playing. Yeah. Watkins to Bamford for free could work. 4.6 million in the bank is a good move. Ziyech up to Salah next week again, although I'd prefer James Rodriguez up to Salah next week if you can do that. Potentially look at moving Kilman up to a 4.5 defender like Kufal as well. But then you've got Cancelo. I'd probably do Kilman up to Kufal this week. So you've got someone who you know who's going to play. Then think about Rodriguez up to Salah, and what you do Cancelo. Downgrade if you need the money from that. Omar, you'll do Rashford and DCL to Bamford and Salah for the exact funds. Well, then you can only do a downgrade, and it's probably not worth it on any of those players. So I'd roll the free transfer so that you've got them. If you do have 2 free transfers now, Wilson to Bamford, but not too fussed on that. Transfer out Ziyech for Mahrez. Fair enough. You've got a full team at least. Congratulations, Nuclear. Oh, golly, gosh. I'm the one who asked about Martinez to Mendy and Balbuena transfer is not worth it. The Martinez could be worth it. Yeah. If you want to do it long term, then go for it. You don't have a Chelsea defender, so I probably would do it. Sorry, did I miss your team? Your team's not there. No free transfer, unfortunately. Got KDB for Ziyech. Benches. Okay. Your team's strong enough to play this week. You can play them and you can play 10 men. Good work. Jordan. Walker. I wouldn't go double Chelsea defence, so I'd go Walker. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. 3.3 in the bank. You've got Bamford. I really would look at improving this at the back. Just doing Strujic or Thomas up to a 4.5 defender. I'd probably just do that this week and just put out that team. Guys, so many. I don't have time to be going through all of these. I will. We'll get there. Just if you want me to go through them all, guys, make sure you've dropped a like on the video. We've got 53 of you watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you are new as well. Please hit that subscribe button. One got 2.6 in the bank, one free transfer. Think about Basuma to Jota. Basuma to Jota is a great move. Simple. Bruno, 1.7 mil in the bank. You got a full team, apart from Martinez, but it's not worth a transfer. Roll it. Roll it. Adam, thinking of no problem, Omar. Thanks for dropping a thank you. Thinking of going Klitsch to Jota. Yeah, get Klitsch out team. It's rubbish. Yeah. This week, next week, Son and Cancelo to Salah and a 4-point defender. Yeah. Good moves. I like them. Good thinking, Adam. Do I think Diaz? Less so. Much less so. Walker will play the most, followed by Diaz, closely followed by Diaz. Nelson Jota, I don't think we can decide on that yet. I think he's still a good option though. Joshua, who to remove for Salah? Planning on doing DCL to Antonio. Who to move for Salah? Probably Mahrez. I think he's a short-term pick. Don't know if you can do that though, and how you get the money. But yeah, Mahrez for me. Yeah, maybe it's better to do it. But anyway, that is all of them that are in there. Let's get back to my team, guys, just before we wrap up the stream. But there's so much to do on a deadline stream. So much to do. Can't do it all at once, can we? I don't know. I think your team's not there. Have you just put it again? Did you? If you want to DM it to me, then I can have a look. But send it in a DM for me. But anyway. Cool. So my transfers again. So effectively, I need to decide. No, Tom, we're not finished here. No, no, no. Yeah. Cheers, guys. I tried to do it. I tried to do it as quickly as possible there because there are quite a lot in there. Yeah, just DM me if I haven't got to them. I will get to DMs and stuff. So drop them in. My basically my point boils down to how do I get Mo Salah in my team? Why have I blocked you? What's your at? Drop your drop your at in the comments. I apologize a lot. Um, what's your Twitter in the what's your Twitter and I will reply to you. I have absolutely no idea why you're blocked. Thanks, Kabir. Appreciate that. No problem, Tom. You're allowed to go. Let me get it. Let me get to that. It's not going to come up now, is it? Because oh, it is. I that's you're not blocked. You're not blocked. I follow you. I fo I follow you. You're not blocked at all. This is this you? Don't know if you can see that. If that's you, FPL underscore Cole, then that's not you. Oh, well, I follow that FPL underscore Cole. You just said that was your. Okay, we can deal with this after. Um, anyway, guys, if you guys don't have any more questions, we'll probably wrap things up there. This is how the team has got. Put your actual at in the chat, like at, and then the actual what it is, so I can find it. Yeah, I understand you're blocked. I'm trying to resurrect the situation. But guys, yeah. So my big question basically is Salah. How do I get Salah in my team? And if I get Salah in my team, yeah, how do I get him? Or can I just go? How am I transferring? I want to do Klitsch up to Jota. Oh, it's Cole underscore FPL. Well, um, just fresh air. Thanks a lot, Chris. Appreciate it. Hmm, yeah. Um, so yeah, no problem. Thanks a lot, Chris. So yeah, basically we can talk about it on the deadline stream, which there will be this Saturday. It might be 10:30 to 11, but effectively, how do I get? Do I need Salah? How do I get him in? Is do I need Salah? If yes, how do I get him in without selling Vardy? Pretty much. Sorry, we're just about to wrap things up. Swap note. So Klitsch to Jota, yeah, Klitsch to Jota. I know. Um, yeah, I just if I do Klitsch to Jota, I don't know how to get in Salah. And he's a captaincy option. That's the big thing. Yeah, guys, 45 likes. Can we get it to 50 just before we? Yeah, Salah is essential next week. That's my thinking. Um, so yeah, but anyway, guys, that's all I got time for. If you do have Sal KDB next week, we'll see how they perform this week. I think that is a possibility. Yeah, I'm looking to get rid of DCL. DCL to Bamford, free up some money. Definitely something I'm considering. Um, but yeah, guys, I appreciate you all coming in. I will see you all on Saturday morning for the deadline stream. Look to see you all there. Have a good evening. Just before you go, if you are new, as always, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. These streams are always sponsored by Fantasy Football Hub. Link in the description, which will give you 15% off. Some great stats where I get a lot of my stats from. If you're interested, go and check it out. Maybe if I have a look now, will it show up? I'm going to share my DMs, aren't I? What was the hashtag? We'll do that just before we go. When did you tweet it? Must have been. Here we go. We got it, Cole. Just one time for you. Kufal or Dallas or Lamptey to play this week. Lamptey to buy Dallas. Transferred out Justin for Reese. Next move, thinking of two Chelsea defenders. Yeah, that could work. The defense is very thin. Very thin. I suppose you normally play 3-4-3, but still your defense is thin. I would look to upgrade one of them. So a second Chelsea defender or Cresswell moves I like, but yeah. But yeah, guys, appreciate you all stopping by. I will see you all on Saturday morning, hopefully. Appreciate you all coming to watch. 48 likes. Come on, two more. But yeah, guys, appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. And if you've got any more questions, drop me a DM on Twitter. But yeah, cheers all. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.